Hey guys, this is lesson 3 classwork, and the title of this lesson is identifying proportional and non-proportional relationships in a table. So we might get some non-proportional in this lesson, and it is from page 21. So the outcomes for this particular lesson is that you're going to be able to decide whether two quantities, like the first two, are proportional to each other by checking for a constant multiple between the measures of x and the measures of y when given a table. So like you see a table here, we would call this first column, this would be x, and then this would be y. And this is used a lot in algebra, and you might have used it last year. X comes before y, so it makes sense. So we're looking to see if you can multiply something by x to get y on every single one of these rows, then yes, it's proportional. Okay, so we're looking for that constant again. So you have been hired by your neighbors to babysit their children on Friday night. You are paid $8 per hour. Complete the table relating your pay to the number of hours you worked. So, like one hour worked is $8. 2 hours worked is $16. You could fill this out and check, like pause the video and then check it if you'd like. But basically, what I'm doing here is I am just multiplying by 8 every single time because that is the constant, right? And we call that in algebra K. We call it in algebra K, even though it starts with a C, so constant. So multiplying by 8, and you get 24, all the way down, multiplying by 8. Forgot my multiplication for a second, and 52, 6.5. Okay, so based on the table above, is the pay proportional to the hours worked? Yes. And how do we know? Well, there's various reasons, but we know because one reason is we multiplied x by a constant to get y. And every time it was constant, right? It was the same thing. The other way you could look at the proportions is by dividing y divided by x, because you're trying to see, does y divided by x, is it equal to y divided by x in every row? Like, running out of space, is 8 divided by 1 equal to 16 divided by 2 equal to 24 divided by 3 equal to 32 divided by 4, and so on. You're just seeing, is y divided by x a constant? And yes, they're all 8, we know, right? So that's why we're saying yes. Okay, just looking at the various reasons of how you could say, yes, it's a constant. Okay, so what you're going to do in the exercises is that same thing, but you might not have every single table be proportional, but you're going to look y divided by x. Is it going to be a constant? And just do that for the next 3 problems, and then on the 4th you figure it out. So you can pause the video and work on it now. I'm just going to start going through the answers. So if you have paused it, welcome back. Okay, so for this first one, you divided y divided by x as right here, right? If I did divide y divided by x, I have 10 divided by 2, which is 5. I don't know if I should write it here. Then I have 12 divided by 6, which is 2. So already it doesn't work. So it's like already busted. It's not going to be a proportional relationship because there's not a constant number. I get 5 on this one, so 5 times 2 is 10, and 2 on this one. So no, it is not proportional because there is no constant. Okay? And the next one, you are dividing y divided by x, so you're looking at, does 2/6 equal 3/9 equal 8/24 equal 1/3? Oh, you're given kind of a clue there. So you're trying to see if it is equal every single time, and you can do this by dividing, or you could do this by just simplifying. Since these are fractions, this is 1/3. Right here, if you divide by 2, if you divide by 3, this is 1/3. If you divide by 8, this is 1/3. So obviously, obviously, now you see that this is going to be proportional because there's a constant. That constant is 1/3. Okay? So every number of days can be multiplied by 1/3 to get the cost. Okay? So yes, there is a constant. It's 1/3. Okay? And then 3. The table below shows a relationship between the amount of candy bought in pounds and the total cost in dollars. So you're going to just divide y divided by x. So you have 10 divided by 5. Is it equal to 8 divided by 4? Is it equal to 12 divided by 6? Is it equal to 16 divided by 8? Is it equal to 20 divided by 10? I sound like an auctioneer. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Yep, and yep. So you have a constant here. So what you're doing is you're finding the cost per pound, and the cost per pound is $2. So yes, I forgot what we were answering. The cost per pound, this is an abbreviation for pound, is LB, is $2, which is the constant. It's the constant, it's the unit rate. I think that might be a future lesson. All right, and then number 4, you guys had to fill it out.